Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV. And if you've ever lost your iPhone and it's on silent, you know the daunting task of finding it. Well, I have the solution. Today I'm going to be showing you how to find your iPhone even if it's on silent mode. I'm going to show you how you can raise the volume and turn silent mode off remotely, and that way you can find your iPhone. Let's get started. All right, so if you ever watched life hack videos, then this is the life hack of all life hacks, and it's going to save you. I guarantee it at some point in your life if you set this up. You lost your iPhone, for example. Let's say you're at a store, a restaurant, even at home, you just can't find it. You know that the fear it puts in you, you're going to lose all your stuff because someone may have stolen it. You want to find that phone super fast, but it's on silent, the volume's down, maybe you even have focus turned on. That's okay. You can set up a specific code word that all you have to do is send that code word from anybody's phone, a stranger, a friend, an iPad, a computer, any way possible that you can send a text message to your phone number. You can trigger it to blast loud music or call it. So let me just put in the code here and you'll see my code is start music, and it's going to override this silent and do not disturb and blast the music. So I've sent it. Just like that. It launches the music app. It blasts the music on full blast. You can see it. It turned the media volume right up, even though it's on silent and do not disturb. This gives you the opportunity now to chase down who may have that phone, find it in a restaurant or a crowded place, or even at home in a pinch when you're late for something or you just need your phone. Now, I'm going to show you how to set this one up as well as two other methods right now. And I'm also going to go over a possible error where you may see this action cannot be run in the current environment. There's some workarounds for that as well. We're going to start with the setup process of finding your iPhone using music. All right, so we're going to start with this one here. We're going to open up this Shortcuts app, and you want to make sure that you're not in library. You want to be on automation. And most likely you don't have anything here. If you do, that's fine. You can tap the plus up top. Otherwise, hit new automation, and you want to see this section right here. And we're going to search for the one that says messages. If you don't see it there, just type it in the search box, but that's what we want to set up. We'll skip this top section for a second here, and we're going to go to message contains. Let's choose. This is the code word you're going to send yourself from any other phone, a friend's phone, an iPad, a computer, any phone you have. You can send a text message or iMessage to yourself, and it's going to say this. So like I said, I'm going to use start music as I did before, and that'll be the code word. You want to choose something a little bit unique that you don't say a lot, otherwise it'll trigger, and if people know that code, it'll be a little bit annoying. You also want it to run immediately. That way, as soon as you send it, it'll trigger. Now, there's some options in the sender section here. So you can have anybody who sends you this text message, which is my preference, because if I ever lose my phone, I want to be able to send this code from any phone, even a stranger's phone. That way I can find it if I'm at a restaurant or something like that. But you can tap on this any sender and then tap the plus here and then just choose who you want. You can have multiple contacts. Select them, add them in there, and then you can just tap the check mark to confirm those contacts. If you do use that, only those contacts will appear and they'll be the only ones that can send that code word. Either way, we're going to use this as an example here and we'll hit next. From this page, you can see when I get a message containing start music, we're going to hit create new shortcut. And from here, we want to find the one that says play music. Now, if it's not on your list here, you can just search for music right here. Just type it in and you should see play music. If you don't see it here, it may be because you deleted the music app off your phone. You do need to have the music app on your iPhone for this to work. So if you deleted it, just go in the App Store. It's free. It's Apple's music app. Select play music. And from here, if you tap on music, you can choose like a song from your iTunes library if you have it. Otherwise, my recommendation is just hit this little arrow in the shuffle section, just put songs, and it usually just plays what Apple's got running, like the radio version of Apple. From here now, we're going to tap at the bottom and we're going to choose volume. We want to find volume so we can raise the volume here. So just search for it, set volume, tap on that. You want to make sure it says media, and then you're just going to choose 100%. So now what we've created here is the ability for it to open the music app and play songs, and then also the media at 100%, so our volume. When you're done, hit the check mark, and you can see in your automation section of your shortcut, you now have that available. So once again, we're just going to go to the other phone and we're going to hit start music, just like that. And before we do that, let's make sure we're on silent. We're going to bring the volume all the way down and we'll just hit it. And just like that, our music played, it raised the volume, and we're still on silent mode, but we can actually hear our phone if we're in a restaurant or at home, and you can find it. And when you find it, you can turn the music off. Now, with that being said, I do have a few other methods. I'll show you the original method that we used. It's also using shortcuts here, and then I'll go over some emergency bypass options that you can use as well. So first off here, in now in automation here, you can select either the new if you haven't created one yet, or you hit the plus up here this time. Now we're going to do message again. And again, all the same rules here will apply. So we're going to go into the message and choose what we want it to say. So I'm going to say call Daniel, and I'm going to make it unique. So I'm going to put 5. That way it's different than something you might say in a conversation and you don't accidentally run this shortcut. I'm going to choose run immediately. Again, choose your senders if you'd like. I like any sender. That way I can activate it. Again, we're going to hit create shortcut, but this time, instead of play music here, we're going to specifically search for silent. And this is going to give me this option. You want to make sure it looks exactly like this. The red icon, set silent mode. We're going to hit that. And this by default is set to on, but we want this to turn our silent mode off on our phone. By doing that, it'll actually trigger the silent to shut off and give us the ability to call it or send it messages, whatever. This is particularly great if you have someone in your family or yourself that you have your phone on silent, but if it's an emergency, maybe your loved ones need to get in touch with you, you can then have them trigger this to turn off so they can call you or just to find your phone. Once this is set here, again, we're going to use the volume option because we want our volume to be loud. But this time we're going to set media and switch it to ringtone. And again, 50% to 100. Once you've done that, you've set up this shortcut, we're going to hit that button. Now we've got 2 here. It's totally fine. So remember, my trigger call Daniel 5 message is what needs to be sent. So we're going to do that. Again, I'll show you right here that this will turn off. And it'll raise the volume. Now this is media volume. I actually have my phone set up so that my ringer volume is different. You can see ringer. So I'm going to bring my ringer volume all the way down. And some people say that if you have the button, so I'm going to set it to silent so you can see that as well, that I've set it to silent. Now, in this case, I'm going to send that message and I'll let you guys see it turn off by itself. So call Daniel 5. Okay, and I'm going to send that message. Automation, silent turned off, and the ringer is also back to full. I just have to press the button so you can see that. So now, in this case, if you use this method and you ran into the trouble where it said, this action cannot be run in the current environment when you try to trigger this, you would have to use that music option. But if it did work, this is going to be useful because now you can call or text that person and they'll actually hear it. And you're not sending a music song or anything to that phone, which then could embarrass them in a meeting or get them in trouble. So I'll call my phone here. And just like that, you can hear the sound, you can see the notification, and it works. So those are 2 options that allow you to find your iPhone without using the Find My app, even when the iPhone was on silent. Now let's go over one of the options that Apple has enabled on its devices by default, and this is called an emergency bypass option. So for this, I'll just focus on the iPhone Air again. You just want to open up your contacts. Now there's a dedicated contacts app on your phone. You can see it right there. If you can't find it, it's okay. Just open up your phone app and then tap on contacts right here. And then that'll bring up your whole contact list. Tap on one of your contacts that you want to give the option to call you and have your phone ring or messages come through, even if your phone is on silent or even if you have focus modes turned on. So for this, choose anybody. So for example, I'm choosing mine here. You're going to tap edit at the top. From here, just scroll down a little bit until you see ringtone and then tap on it. Now you'll notice at the top we have emergency bypass, and I'll just read you this. It says emergency bypass allows sounds and vibrations from this person even when the ring switch is set to silent or when the focus is on. So you can choose here to turn this on. You can even select what ringtone you want for that specific contact. I'm just going to leave it as is here on this one here. So we'll hear that. Hit that check mark to confirm it. And then you can just close out. You also notice it says emergency bypass on right there. So I'll just exit here. I'm going to put my phone in silent mode again. And I'm going to lower the volume just a bit here. There is one caveat to this. I'll explain in a second. So there's the volume, 50%. I'm also going to turn on the do not disturb focus so you can see that it'll come through even from this contact here. So once again, we'll call them. And it's ringing. Now here's where this method that Apple provides by default kind of fails. It worked even though I was on silent and had do not disturb turned on. But if my phone is fully on silent manually, where I've lowered the volume either by my buttons, because that's how I have mine set up, or if you have your volume control right there, if you've lowered it to 0 and then you go to make your call, you can see it's ringing. You can hear it, but it's super low because it's not controlling the volume button at all. And that's why the two methods I showed you earlier are slightly better, because you can actually control those volume icons there as well. Now there is one other method, and it works sometimes. It's using Siri to find your phone. Now this is how my iPhone is set up. So silent, volume down, do not disturb. I'm going to lock it, and we're just going to say, hey Siri, find my iPhone aired.
I found 3 iPhones nearby. Which one? iPhone 15 Pro DHTV, iPhone ORD, or iPhone 17D?
iPhone aired. See, I get things like that happen. So I'm going to turn off these modes as well. So maybe you didn't have do not disturb. Hey Siri, ping my iPhone aired. iPhone aired. See, I can't figure out how to make it work, but a lot of people in a previous video told me you can just ask Siri to do it. That's what happens to me. Not to mention when Siri is far away from you, or your phone is far away, you'll have to be screaming for it to hear you. So you can test it out. Let me know in the comments if Siri works for you. I can't get it to work much better than that, especially with Apple Intelligence now on these iPhones. Now, with that being said, the last method here, obviously, you have this Find My app on your phone. It's there for a reason. It's attached to your Apple ID. When you open it, you might see this like this. You can enable the notifications or not, totally up to you. But basically what this does is allow you to find different things. Like I have these AirPods right here. These are the AirPod Pro. If I tap on this, you'll see your map there. You can pull this down to see your map. You can see the address where it is right now, but you can always play this sound and it rings, right? Even in the case. You can play the sound for specific AirPods, and you can do the same thing for these phones. So if I couldn't find this phone, it's right there. I just tap on it and now I can play the sound. Right? It's vibrating in this case, but it will ping some sound after a few seconds. Now, like I said, this method is your best bet because not only can you find this with the Find My app on another device, but you can actually go to a website on a computer and just, believe it's the iCloud website, and you can log in with your Apple ID or log in with your Apple ID pretty much on any browser, and then you can actually find these devices with locations if they can find it, if it's moving. However, if someone resets your iPhone or your device, you're kind of stuck. You won't be able to find it. You'll just see the last known location for some of your devices. But I really strongly recommend that you at least set up your Find My app on your phone, or just make sure your devices are connected with it. But these are like 3 or 4 different methods. Oh, and one more, which is a great way, is if you have an Apple Watch, just ping your phone if you ever lose it. This button. So you hit that side button right here. And when you hit that side button, you can ping it. Not only that, this little screen, it'll give you like a map and say how far away you are from it and stuff like that. So that helps as well. Also, grab some air tags for things that you don't want to lose, because then again, you can use these in the Find My app as well. I have a tutorial on how to use air tags if you don't know how. But that is it. That is how you can find your iPhone when it's on silent mode. It'll work for the iPad as well. And I hope this helped. I hope the fix helped those of you who watched my previous video. I want this video to get out to more people because, like, I lost my AirPods. You don't need to be losing your stuff, especially if someone stole them. If you can trigger this right away and catch them in the act from a friend's phone or something like that, very good chance you'll grab your phone or your device back. So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. If you did run into any trouble, let me know. I'm happy to help you out. I try to respond to every comment that comes my way. Also, hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell notification box so you're notified when I post new videos. And share this video on all of the social media platforms. I'd love it if this video went viral and others could use it for their own benefit. It would help me out as well. And as always, I have a full playlist of iPhone tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you get the most out of your iPhone. If you liked a tutorial like this one, you'll love those tutorials as well. They're very informative, and you'll learn a lot about these iPhones to get the most out of them. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.